Oh.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, black man, hold on a second. Oh, I know it's still hot in here in Missouri. I mean Missouri. I started to say misery, but I don't want to just the state that I'm in right now. Hold on a second. Let me turn this fan off, air conditioner, whatever it is. In fact, let me do some water. Okay. We got some ground to cover tonight. Uh, um, yeah, you sent back. We can talk about that in another week. You know the symbols and the slogans and all that stuff. Let me finish drinking this water because you know what I got tonight. I got some prune juice. Oh, don't make no jokes. Okay.
No. I've actually wanted to ask you, like, how's it been doing?
I don't have any problems. Okay. It's just
No. Not the problems. It's just that I've always been thinking, like, should I ever take prune juice? I don't know.
Here's why I drink prune juice. First of all, I drink prune juice. I drink prune juice because I like prune juice. I can't.
Oh, okay.
And the problem is I got a whole new bottle, but I've had this thing for I think for 3 weeks, almost a month, you know?
Yeah.
And what I usually do is I usually take prune juice maybe like every 3 weeks, just because I have it and I gotta drink it. I'm not I gotta drink it, it's there, you know? Anyway. And I empty my glass, just drink my water.
Yeah.
Now I'm open this prune juice right now. Now, when I have my juice, what happens is when I first have it, I don't put it in the refrigerator. I just have it, right. So when I first open the thing, since it doesn't have to be refrigerated, right? So first open it, see, I gotta hear that vacuum seal right there, undo it. Then after I use that first one, then I put it in the refrigerator, because I don't like juice with my water, anything like that. And since it's my juice, I even lick the lid there. I shouldn't do it. It's like untoward. You shouldn't do that. But I do it all the time. Why?
No, if it's yours. I mean, if it's yours,
that way
you're not sharing, right?
No, I'm not. Hey, because
That's how I see it. If I'm not sharing, I'm okay.
Know what else happens? That's the other thing. I'm a child of Ogun, man. And Ogun don't share nothing unless you ask. They'd be eating the sun. And you say, what's this guy doing? They say, hey, do you got the house? Oh, yeah, sure. They'll give it to you. But if you don't ask, you ain't getting it. So you're oh, man, I have
That's how it works, right? That's how it works with Ogun, right?
That's right, man. People don't know. There's this famous thing. He'll feed his dogs before he feeds you. Because the dogs are important. Oh, man. I took notes. Where's my notes? I do want to talk about... I guess I got to talk about Joe Biden because he's going to be nominated. I mean, acceptance speech tonight or something like that. But
it's supposed to be happening very soon, isn't it?
I'll catch it. I got to say something after that. I got to. What I've been doing, right? I've been doing. Well, you may know this. You do know. I do my Instagram, but I play a different character in Instagram. I did a couple so far, and I've got to do the Joe Biden one, but I don't know how I'm going to do that. But what we have to do right now is here. We got to do the Bitcoin thing the reparations thing for the money shot or whatever, the reparations, right? As far as the finance goes, we already said the first thing for me for reparations is this. Reparations is a lot of things, it means repair, so.
Yeah.
But for me, for good faith, any political candidate, what they have to do, the first thing they got to do is right away, when they set up that commission, they study HR 40, whatever commission they're going to set up. Even as that's happening, they have to immediately give a debt jubilee to all ADOS immediately. But while that thing is going on, immediately a debt jubilee. Now the reason for that is that because to get that means you have to be identified as ADOS. So that's part of the process. So if I'm ADOS and I got to prove it as far as what the progenitors Antonio Moore and Yvette Cornell, they have this formula. I think Dr. Sandy Darity's in there too. Whatever their criteria, they have this criteria, basically before 65, if at least one parent went, whatever. They have some sort of formula. So once you identify those people, they automatically get a debt jubilee, even as this process is going on. Okay?
Right.
So that's the first thing. even before they come up with any kind of anything. It's what I call a good faith gesture.
Okay.
Okay, then I got this whole thing of I guess I wrote this down. Oh yeah, here it is. There's the okay, you go from slavery to Homestead Act to Jim Crow, and Jim Crow includes education, housing, and a New Deal, right? Then 1965 to present. Now I got there's this guy Eddie, not Eddie Cloud Jr. There's this other guy who wrote this book about the debt. He has these figures, and I think he's the one that broke it up into those things. I don't have his name here. I think I wrote it down someplace. I can't go through my notes and find it, but it's there someplace. But he came up with a figure, and my figure was quite low, but I recontextualized according to his figure. I don't think it was Eddie Cloud Jr. Maybe it was him. There are many things seen. Anyway, here's my figures. Here we go. I broke them into three separate things, right? First is fiat money.
Okay.
82 trillion in fiat money. That would be U.S. dollars, right?
Okay.
Now let me skip. Go to the very last thing. Then you have 82 trillion in precious metals. That would be gold, silver, platinum, whatever, or any ore like that. Precious metals. Okay.
Okay.
And then you have 82 trillion in cryptocurrencies. I guess you would say Bitcoin. And that adds up to 246 trillion is what the grand total is.
Right.
Okay. Now let me do the easiest one first, which would be let me do Bitcoin first. The reason why I say Bitcoin is that we've always been on the cutting edge of everything, but we've been stepped on as we had cutting edge. We've been stepped on. So the Bitcoin community itself, or somebody has a component up this 82 trillion in Bitcoin. How we divvy it up with the people, that's what it is. Remember, this is generation. This is going to be paid over generations. You know what I mean? So it's not just one time. All of a sudden, you're going to have 82 over the 264 trillion. No, it's going to be somehow we have to work all that stuff out. So I'm doing the Bitcoin real quick to get rid of that easy. Now, so we have to work that out. Like I said, we're working with the Bitcoin community. How are we going to work that out? Well, we do it as like just say, hey, look, we're hedging against the future. I don't know, playing the market. I don't know. Somebody that's more brilliant than I has to figure that out, right? Now so that's 1/3 of one third of the 82. Well, 1/3 of the 264 trillion. So now the other 82 trillion with the precious metals, we're talking the gold, silver, the iron ore, whatever it is, right? That actually comes from this whole thing, this whole notion that basically we got in this situation because of the situation in Africa, and what happened in Africa is basically nations conspired. I guess I could say nations, but was tribal. It conspired to put us in this situation, and so basically they're paying us. And this would also include. I would say this also would include the whole thing with the these what do you call these insurance companies, the slave ships. The banking, all that, the whole thing for the middle passage that went from Africa. In other words, when you're I don't know, I guess everybody says Nigerian. When you're Nigerian, because a lot of people came from Nigerians, whatever, then your whole Nigerian people it comes from Nigeria. That comes from that 82 trillion from the precious metal come from the stuff that's coming out of the ground in Africa. Let's put it that way. I don't know how to really say that, right? And then, of course,
right. Precious metals.
Yeah, precious metals. But also, I would say this also includes like the insurance industries. The whole thing about whatever it is, the railroad that made the ships go. The shipping people, the railroad people, everything that contributed to the slave trade and to making us stay in our place. That's the best way I can put it, in our place. And then, of course, we have the 82 trillion in fiat currency. That would be the money that we have, the money that we're using right now through the what do you call it, the central banks and stuff like that. Which we know this money ain't worth nothing, but while we're working with it, we're going to use it now. You see,
so it's working while it's working.
That's right. So So that's it, because money system, that fiat system is collapsing right around us right now, but it might take a year or two, 18 months, 2 years. I wouldn't even say 3 years with that before that money gone. You can forget it. I mean, we ain't using no fiat no more. So that's done. Okay, boom, boom. I'm sorry it takes so long in that, but I want to get it. But I wanted to say that because we're talking basically basically four eras. You have the slave. Not, you can't say really Middle Passage, because this starts after Middle Passage. Because one of the things I explained was that with Middle Passage, remember, some people went to Brazil, some people went to the Caribbean, some people went to England, and then come to North America. So we're not going to count. We're going to say when you landed in North America, because this, remember, ADOS for me is North American descendants of chattel slavery. Okay.
Oh no, I definitely get it.
Okay, so
when you're saying North American, you're saying that it was North America that benefited financially.
Exactly. Not even Canada.
So we're not talking about, like you said, the Caribbean,
right,
or South America or Central America. You're talking about who owes who for what.
Actually, it's almost like treatment, because remember, the Caribbean people didn't go through the Jim Crow and the housing stuff and all the rest of the stuff and the lynching. You didn't go through that,
Right, Reconstruction.
No, they didn't go through any of that stuff. You know what I mean? Same thing for the folks up in Canada. They didn't have to go through all that.
No, they didn't.
So that's what we're talking. That's when we say reparations. We talk about this whole. We're talking lineage here. Lineage from slavery through the Homestead Act, like we said. Because we basically what the Homestead, the whole thing with the cotton and everything like that, industry like that. Of course, the Jim Crow with the sharecropping. We're not even going. Oh man, people don't even mention the whole. I guess they do. I guess it is with Jim Crow, but the whole thing, or the Homestead. The whole thing about, where do our blues come from? Our blues come from the slave gang, from the chain gang, I should say. So nobody wants to talk about stuff like that, but that's what it is. And of course, education that we missed, or burning down, or whatever, housing, the whole, the housing thing. Of course, the New Deal would left us out, basically you as domestic, you wasn't part of the New Deal, the whole blah, blah. And now we're also not including, what do you call that, intellectual property, it's the same thing that your boy Bill Gates' daddy did with the whole stealing intellectual, whatever it is, Walt Disney, whatever, intellectual property. So yeah, and then I'm even throwing 1965 is really cut off point. I'm going 1965 to present. I'm throwing that in there too. Okay, there's something in there too, because that's when we really oh man, when we're not even talking about medical apartheid and all the rest of that stuff. Okay, so let's leave that alone. Now we need to go to, I know this is a big day here, because now we need to go to politics. What do you think is going on, brother? My black man, what are they trying to do? Give me your take on what's happening,
What's happening? It's just like a repeat of what happened before.
Always.
What do I mean by that? Is that it's a level of pacification, go along, get along. We're going to give you this. We're going to give you a little bit of that. But, stay in your place and vote for us, because, we're the best deal in town.
Well, here's the deal, man. Here's the thing. Because I've been thinking, because remember, I'm ADOS now. You know what I mean? I'm not talking for ADOS. I'm just, ADOS for me is like a bunch of nodes. You know what I mean? Like spider nodes. And I'm ADOS international, even though I sort of try to align myself with New York ADOS. ADOS out of New York. But I'm still international. I'm like, it's like when James Baldwin was sitting in Paris, he said, "Hey, I got to get back to the action." You know what I mean? But even when he came to the action, he really was just a witness. You know what I mean? He wasn't part of. He didn't join up with that Southern Christian Leadership Conference. He didn't join up with SNCC. He didn't join up with anybody. He was just James Baldwin running around making essays. So that's what I look at it. I like. But here's the thing. What I got out of this whole thing, there's somebody that said this. I was somehow got. When I first got back to going to graduate school, I noticed that fear ruled everything, right? But here's the thing. Here's what they're trying to do. And I got to do this straight to Joe Biden. What they're doing is they're making you fear Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the boogeyman. They always put a fear in front of you. But what they're counting on is that fear would change to hatred. You see?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't hate Donald Trump. I think the boy's a clown. Not that he's a clown. He's clowning everybody. That's what he's clowning from the beginning, right? So I'm not going to hate Donald Trump. In fact, I'm going to say, hey, good job. Look what you did. Hey, I ain't got nothing against you. I'm certainly not going to, I'm not going to fear, and I don't fear Donald Trump. You know, I have no reason to fear Donald Trump, you know. So therefore, I can't hate him. But they try and make everybody fear. Oh, he's gonna do this. He's the boogeyman. And Joey the Bee. You know, he's all right. He's not. You know, nothing to fear here. Nothing to fear. Hey, look, Kamala, she's a nice colored girl. Nothing to fear with her either. She even went to one of your schools. No, don't fear us. Don't fear us. You got to fear these other people. Fear the Republicans. Fear the people who love guns, who clutch their guns. Who said that? Barack said that. One of them people said like that. You know, fear. Yeah, fear. But then if you fear them, you hate them. That's what they're banking on. And you can see it perfectly. Because no, we got to do anything to get Donald Trump out. Oh no, Donald Trump. Yeah, what you afraid of? Because he's going to take away, he's going to do this. Meanwhile, you know, who said they wouldn't cut your Social Security before didn't Joe Biden? You want to fear something? You want to fear, you better fear Joe Biden. You know what I mean? This whole thing about the whole thing about the mail thing. Yeah, Donald Trump is doing some stuff, but guess what? They put that mail. Who put that thing in place? I guess it was under W. You know what I mean? It's still the system when they had the whole postal system, which everybody thinks. Again, they think it's black people in the postal, but it's not only black people. It's veterans. The veterans should be jumping up in arms. What are you taking away? What you mess with the postal service? Why do we have to pay a pension in for 75 years beyond what we're working? What's going on here? You know what I mean? Yes. All that stuff's got to be addressed. So that's got to be addressed.
But there's a whole lot with that.
Oh, there's a whole lot. I think they came in under W. I'm not really sure. But here's the thing. You can't see it. But I got I got a official ballot for general election of the city of St. Louis in November 8th, 2016. Because one of the things that should be done right now is we need to be teaching people right now how a ballot looks. Like I'm going to tell you right now. When this says for president, vice president, a vote for president and vice president is a vote for their electors, okay? Vote for one pair, okay? You have the pair. So on this particular ballot, you have Hillary Rodham Clinton, right? I'm not going to say the vice president, whatever. You have, let me say, and Timothy Kane, Donald J. Trump and Michael Pence, Gary Johnson and Bill Weld, they're from the Libertarian Party. You have Darnell Castle and Scott Bradley. They're from the Constitution Party. Who would have known they had them? They have Jill Stein and Ajabu Baraka from the Green Party, right? Then they have write-in. There's a write-in, okay? Then for United States Senate, you have a Democratic guy, you have a Republican guy, you have a Libertarian guy, you got a Constitutional guy, you got a Green guy, and you have a write-in. Okay, those are the categories. For governor, you have a Dem, a Repub, a Lib, a Green Party, Independent, and a write-in. Okay? Lieutenant Governor, you have a Dem, a Repub, a Lib, and a Green, and a write-in. Secretary of State, you have a Dem, you have a Repub, a Libertarian, and a write-in. Okay. For State Treasurer, you have a Dem, a Repub, a Libertarian, Green, and a write-in. Okay? Now, I'm not going to go to the second sheet right now. I'm going to stay on this first sheet. So what I would do, I'll keep it what it is right now. Hey, let me drink some prune juice. Hold on a second.
Okay.
I want to think I'm full of anything. Okay, here we go. So now, in my first thing, I'm just going to do with the 2016. I'm not going to do what's going on now, but it still applies. So I wouldn't vote for Hillary. I wouldn't vote for Donald, right? I wouldn't vote for Gary Johnson. I wouldn't vote for this Constitutional Party. I would vote for Jill Stein, maybe because of Ajabu Baraka, maybe. So let's just say, for argument's sake, I'm gonna where's my pencil here? I'm gonna put Jill Stein Party, right? Okay. Right. Now, United States Senator, you have a Dem, a Green, a da-da-da-da-da. For here, United States Senator, okay, let's just say for argument's sake, I want to mess this up thing again. I want to mess with them. So I'll put, I don't want to cause. I'll put the Green again, okay, just to give them some clout for next time, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Governor, right? Now I would look and say for instance the say for instance this independent person is really good. I see independent. I feel like it. So I'll just write in independent. I'll just write in, right? Now, lieutenant governor. Now here's what I say. Wait a second. Let me see what I can do here. Lieutenant governor, since the governor, who's the lieutenant governor? I put right in, but then I would write in ADOS, right?
Okay.
For Secretary of State, let's say there's John Ashcroft was here. Whoa, I got to go against him. I got to definitely put a Dem for that. For some reason, I don't want John Ashcroft to be nope. If that's the same John Ashcroft that we all know and hate, that was under W. Maybe if they, too bad he got the same name. I don't care. I'm going against that name. So I'll put in the Dem just in case, right?
Exactly.
For state treasurer, for state treasurer, let me put green in again because why not? Okay. So now in this thing, out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 categories, I got to write in ADOS on a major category. Okay. Now I could also this next time, right? Since I know the green, the green guy I know next time is an old white guy also, and I want them to meet none of them meet my demands. I'm gonna write in for president. I'm gonna write in ADOS. You see how that works? Now let me go to this next. This is what we mean by down ballot. Let me go. Now we have state rep district 93. There's 2 people. Say for instance, I'm local and I know that this Dem guy is good, so I'll put in the Dem guy. For circuit attorney general, right? They have a Dem guy, Kimberly Gardner. She's the only person, right? So rather than put him, since I know she's going to win, I'm going to write in ADOS.
There you go.
You see, because I know that Dem is the only person who's going unopposed. So I do that.
So I see what you're saying. What you're saying is, you're keeping it real, but at the same time, you know that this is a blue state vote.
Right.
Like blue state block. It's already taken by the blues anyway.
So
it's taken by the reds.
That's right. So I want to register that ADOS is in the House.
That's right.
You see? That's why you can write in. Now for sheriff, again, this is down ballot, so I really have to. Now this is where you come local. Really you got to do your homework. You know what I mean? You just got to do your homework. Is this sheriff a good sheriff? How many people did they kill, cover up, or whatever have you? Which sheriff is going to be best? Then put that in. Again, but you know what I'm saying. Treasurer, same thing. Whoever controls the purse screen, so you should look at that. Again, I would just put the green person in anyway. So I'll put that in there right there. Okay. Now here's where it gets really, really. There's no more write-ins. Now you get to your judges. This is where down ballot and ADOS is important. We all need, in your area, you need to do your homework. Who's judge, what judge did whatever have you. And because it says, shall Judge so-and-so of the Missouri Supreme Court be retained in office. See, that's the trick. So you say, this judge ain't no good for us. No. You go through each judge, you find out what it is. ADOS has to do their homework for their area. Because remember, ADOS has nodes all over the world. So they should look at each judge. And is this ADOS friendly or is this ADOS approved or disapproved? You know what I mean? And that's when you feel it.
So wait. Let's do this in real time a little bit. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm online. So where do I go to look for my locals?
Okay, let's put it this way. Do you have to, I'm looking at a ballot, right? Now, you don't have a mock ballot because they don't have everything yet. You don't have you might have to do this in October, I guess. But there should be a ballot.
It doesn't give you that much time to do your homework, though.
Okay, I don't know.
I just want to know, is there a way to go look up your elected officials right now? Oh,
sure, I'm sure there is. You look them up. Okay. But I'm saying, it's the judges that you got to make sure, is this a bad or good judge? And the sheriffs, yes, that's right. They probably serving in office now, but you don't know who's going to be on the ballot. You can look at the ballot from last time and make a pre-thing if you wish, I think. You see? And then see what happens with that. Because you also got associate circuit court judges. Now this is very important because when the Republicans, whoever's in charge, start picking judges, they have to pick it from this basic pool down here. You see,
Yeah.
that's why you want to get them down there, right? What's going to the trick for this election is going to be, it doesn't matter who is the president. Say, in fact, it'll be good if who's that guy? The orange if Trump is elected, right? But
Yeah.
then all the whole House and everything like that is Democrat. Then you have that fight again. In other words, Biden can't get what he wants because the orange man is, Donald Trump is president. You see.
Yeah.
So, but yet and still, you have all these Democrats or progressive, whatever have you, that have these other offices. You see. So,
Right.
but if you make the Biden guy, I call him Bitterman, Bitterman, the auction guy, Bitterman. How much I get for this wench, this fine girl who can make a good slave wife, a good slave breeder, blah 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 blah. That Bitterman. When I see Biden, that's what. But the point is that we're not gonna let Biden have his way. That's the point. And at the same time, if what's the name? If Biden doesn't have his way, hey, that means they can't control anything. We don't want the Dems controlling anything. That's why we don't want Biden to have his way. You see? At the same time, we don't want to have the Repubs to have their way either. So we want to make it so it's difficult for either one of them to have their way.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all I have for now. I'm going to see what Biden has to say because I got to do a thing on him. Let's see. But it's interesting because Donald Trump, Donald Trump, he was between. Well, no, who is this person here? Oh, Biden. Biden. This is interesting. Biden, he served between Strom Thurmond and Orrin Hatch. He was the whatever you call it, the senator between Strom Thurmond and them. Strom Thurmond, he lost his seat, whatever it is, and Biden took over. Then when Biden left, then Orrin Hatch became. So he was sandwiched between two really bad people. He's a bad person, right? The same thing between he's vice president between Dick Cheney for W and Pence for the guy right now. So he's sandwiched, right? But here's the trick. Biden. Joe Robinette Biden. His middle name is Robinette. What? That mean he probably had some problems going to school. Anyway, but here's the trick, right? Now, Mr. Neely,
he act like he's good with his hands, though.
Yeah, right.
He's always talking about that.
Right, but here's the thing.
Maybe he had a few scraps. Maybe he had a few scraps because of his name. I don't know.
Well, yeah. Hey, I didn't think about that. You're right. But here's what Mr. Neely Fuller says. Because there's racists. And then the racist white supremacists, what they do is they refine their things. So what you don't understand is that now Biden, he claimed that he's not racist. He's not racist. No, he's a refined racist. That's what people don't get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's refined racist. You just gotta see. You have to understand that. Not you, but I'm just saying. It's like a saying, right?
Yeah.
My head politically. I'm doing ADOS. Whatever they say, I'm trying to contribute to that, right? But my whole body has been informed by all these other movements, the Pan-Africanist, blah, 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 the whole thing, black nationalists, all of, red, black, and green, all the whole thing, right? But my own personal code of conduct, way of comporting myself, is Mr. Neely Fuller Jr. and the compensatory concept. But that's always an individual thing. So therefore, I can't, these people say I'm on code, but then they curse somebody out. They say something's wrong, right now. Okay, I do that a little bit, that's true. But my point is, I don't curse them out. But I mean, you have to say, well, they said what they said. They say, well, what do you think about Farrakhan? Well, Farrakhan says what he says, Well, what do you think about what Hillary said? Well, she said what she said, What about Reverend Barber? Well, he doing his thing. You have to ask him what it is. What do you just keep on saying no? Just talk to them. Al Sharpton wants to do a march. Well, you march if you want. I'm not a marcher. You know what I mean? I'm doing my I'm ADOS. I'm doing what I need to do, and that's how you do it, man. And you don't get involved with anybody else's thing. What did Professor Black? Well, what about Tariq? What he said there? What about that? And look, to tell you the truth, the people I really like. Okay, I'm going to reveal to you who I like. Miss Neely Fuller Jr., of course, right?
Yeah.
Yvette and Tone, of course, and by
Yeah.
extension, by Sandy Dario. But I like Michi X. You know Michi X?
Nah.
Oh man, you gotta
Look
check
like
out
that.
Mechee, and then X.
A-C.
Yeah, and just Machee. She's a sister. She's like half black and half white, half Polish, something like that.
And what's the last name?
X, just X, the letter X. They're just like Malcolm X. Michi. Did you see her?
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, check her out, man. It's like, you know what it's like?
One of the titles is "You in Words, How We Say It, Are the Problem."
Check her. Let me put it this way. Tariq used to be my entertainment, right? But it's like, the substance is like, you know what I mean? And of course, I really like to check out, Professor Black Truth and his boy, whatever the other guy is, you know what I mean? I just check them out for a little while. But they, I like the way they lay it on people, right? But Michi X is like a vulgar, she's like a vulgar Yvette Carnell. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
I appreciate. Here's the whole thing. I can't curse, because I have a principle, blah, 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 blah. I'm Miss Neely Fuller Jr. It's part of the code, right? But I enjoy because I know because the people can't, you come out of Yvette, and she does what she does. But with me, she hit the street people. Oh, also, of course, 5150. That's my other go-to people. But when I say 5150, that includes Zoe Williams, and so it's 5150.
Show.
Yeah, Zoe Watson. But I check out Zoe sometimes, but I'm not really into that thing like that. I like when he gives the facts and stuff like that. And of course, I like Craig Facts because Craig Facts is Craig Facts. And anyway, that whole crew there. So those are my main peoples. Those are my main that I listen to every week. Then I just for various reasons. And I love them to death. Oh, not to death. I love them to struggle. Like that.
Yeah.
So that's that. So look back, man. We took way too long already. I'll check in with you again. Like I said, things are going on. You did excellent work on that stuff. I know you, man. I'm telling you, man. It's a hit. That one you did, like I said, for the Magic Mushroom package, man. Can you imagine selling magic mushrooms with that package?
That was funny.
We can make look. But if we're not into money really. This is not a monetary thing. Like I said, even this YouTube channel is not monetized and nothing like that.
Yeah.
But if we needed to make a side hustle, you know what I mean, and we had magic mushrooms, we can use that packaging. That everybody would know. Hey, we want to support these brothers because everybody got their merch. We'd have merch, and then we'd have special, magic mushrooms imported from wherever, imported from Mexico, whatever, Peru, whoever, like that. Once it become legal, that's the whole thing. That reparations. No, that's the part. We get reparations. We have the right to sell magic mushrooms out of our label. Hey, come on, write that down, man. That's good. Hey, I like that one. I better write that down. I'm not writing that down because I'm not. Don't worry. When reparations come, that's what we get. Okay, man. I'll check in with you. You take care.
All right.
All right, man. Later.
I'm a soldier on you too.
All right.